Hey guys, and welcome to the Easy Promotions YouTube channel. This is the weekly roundup of some of the Amazon FBA seller news from the week commencing the 2nd of December 2019. If you haven't already, then be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. We have a weekly news roundup and then cover some of the stories in depth in the following videos. In this week's news, we cover how Amazon may have to take the responsibility to start checking for trademark violations without you reporting them, Amazon FBA centres getting blocked by protests, and some more policy clarifications from Amazon themselves. Number 4. A record Black Friday and an interesting statistic. To everyone participating in Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales, I hope it has been a very successful year for you. Although it's a very American affair, it does seem to grow every year around the world. Unsurprisingly, this year saw yet another record sales for digital purchases, and none other than Amazon sitting at the top for the most successful retailers. Black Friday takings saw an increase of 14% and a whopping $7.2 billion taken. If you remember last year, Black Friday made Amazon boss Jeff Bezos the richest man on the planet. And although this year has seen his fortune cut in half due to his divorce, I'm sure that the Black Friday sales may have helped to recoup some of that cash. As Amazon has been running a lot of these deals on Black Friday and the cult ritual spreads to more and more retailers, which a customer consumer watchdog in the UK decided to look into the deals themselves. They tested promotions across multiple retailers to find that only 1 in 20 are actually the cheapest price available in the previous 12 months. This doesn't mean there isn't genuine deals out there, but it does mean you should do some research before you rush out and buy the products for yourself. Websites such as camelcamelcamel.com are perfect for checking the history of products' price on Amazon, and other websites exist for other platforms. How did your Black Friday go though? Let me know down in the comments. Number 3. Amazon clarifies customer contacting rules. In the past few weeks, we have covered customer review requests and the rules surrounding them. There is a new request review button in Amazon Seller Central, so be sure to check out our video on the subject on how to use the button if you haven't heard about it already. But over the past 12 months, Amazon FBA sellers have had issues regarding email follow-up systems. Amazon has always taken a strict rule of law when it comes to contacting customers, and especially on when requesting reviews. A lot of sellers have started to receive suspensions, restrictions on contacting buyers, and some sellers are even seeing complete removal of customer contact information from Seller Central. Although Amazon has not changed any of their policies, they do seem to be enforcing them to a more strict fashion. Amazon has taken the time to start contacting buyers to clarify these rules, which could be taken as a bashful reminder that they're going to take a harder line on such issues. I won't read the full email out to you this week, but the following points are made very clear and should be taken note of. All communications with buyers from sellers should not contain any of the following: using important in the subject line when it is not necessary to complete the order, marketing or promotional messaging, language that either incentivizes or manipulates product reviews or seller feedback, language that requests removal or update of an existing product review, more than one request for a product review or seller feedback, links or attachments that are not necessary to complete the order, a link to opt out of messaging, logos if they display a link to your website, any content that differs from the contact reason you choose on the contact buyer page. Now would be a really good time to review any automatic email templates you have on your email follow-up systems to make sure that they comply with these points made by Amazon. Also, be reminded that product inserts need to comply with these rules as well. If you want to know some more tips about not falling foul on Amazon's rules, be sure to check out our video on 5 tips that the Amazon FBA gurus teach you that could get you suspended. Number 2. Amazon protests at FBA centres. Amazon has been hit with a number of protests this week. Firstly, there was walkouts and protests at an FBA centre in the UK, where Labour leader Jeremy Corbyn, who is currently running to be the next UK Prime Minister, paid a visit. This was alongside launching election promises to introduce fair taxes on big companies such as Amazon, who he claims pay little tax in the UK. He also wants to give over a share of big companies operating in the UK to workers. France also saw protests and blockades to FBA centres, where protesters were campaigning against the potential environmental issues of Black Friday. There was also a protest outside Amazon France's HQ, and one of these protests even ended with riot police getting involved. Some politicians in France are even calling for a ban on Black Friday completely, based on environmental reasons. Finally, although there was protests across Europe against Amazon, there was a walkout in 6 locations in Germany where workers are arguing for fair pay and better workers' rights from the US retail firm. The union group Verdi, who organised the walkout, said hard work could not be bought for knockdown prices. Amazon responded to the environmental protests saying it respected people's right to protest but disagreed with the actions of the people involved. Before we get to number 1, be sure to subscribe to the channel. It's really easy, just click the little subscribe button in the bottom right of this video and then continue watching. Number 1. Amazon may have to start taking responsibility for trademark infringements. Amazon has long been under criticism for allowing counterfeit products on their platform. Although brand registered sellers can put a complaint in against hijackers and counterfeiters, bigger brands can negotiate their products be gated, which means no one else can sell on their listings without their say-so. But a lot of mid-sized brands in particular are starting to put pressure on Amazon. In traditional bricks and mortar retail stores, the owners are liable if caught selling fake goods. But it seems Amazon has managed to be exempt from these laws in most countries. Well, hopefully not for much longer. A German subsidiary of Coty, an American cosmetics company, has taken Amazon to court in Germany over third-party sellers being able to sell fake copies of their product. So what, you may ask, another company having issues with hijackers, we all have them. Well, it seems the Court of Justice of the European Union, one of the highest courts in the EU, is taking note. Coty is quite rightly pointing out that if Amazon is holding fake third-party stock, it is also liable for distributing fake stock, and thus is breaching basic trademark laws. Now, the case may fail for a number of reasons and loopholes, but the Advocate General of the EU Court, Campo Sanchez Bordona, sorry if I butchered that name, pointed out that although retailers holding stock for third-party sellers can't be held responsible for fake goods they are not made aware of, they do have a responsibility of due diligence. Sanchez pointed out that although the FBA model leaves Amazon on the back foot for checking counterfeit goods, they should have better systems in place. It's quite clear that Amazon is under increasing pressure on this issue, especially in the EU. Sellers have been calling for better control on these issues for a long time, and with bigger brands starting to call Amazon out on the issue, maybe we might see some legitimate protection for sellers. Rest assured though, Amazon will drag it out for as long as the profits still go up, so we're still at the mercy of the big brands with the big budgets to call Amazon out. I hope you found this week's news helpful, and be sure to like and subscribe to the channel to keep up to date with all things Amazon FBA. Be sure to check out these great videos on your screen right now for more from Easy Promotions.